And finally, new rule, stop f***ing around. The issue with President Biden isn't if, it's who. Who will replace him, because he is not going to be the Democrats' candidate for president in 2024, all due respect. Above any matters of politics or what's right or wrong, the one thing I know for sure about America.
Oh, man, they lost Bill Maher. It's Jover, dude. They lost Bill motherfucking Maher. Folks, the Democratic Party has fallen. I hate to see myself in agreement with one of my mortal enemies, okay? I have so much smoke for this piece of shit. I hate him so much that I hate him almost as much as I hate Ben Shapiro. The amount of resentment and anger I have in my heart for this person. Why? He is the most smug, arrogant, functionally a boomer who's a little bit younger than a boomer with a television show and a media presence. He's so smarmy, so pompous, so arrogant, demonstrates exactly the things that I despise about the entitlement that like liberal elites in their hearts, like he is just as stupid as the average Republican in so many ways. He is, you hate his demeanor more than his politics, Lamafao? No, I hate his politics too. He is a conservative liberal. I definitely hate his politics. He's also incredibly hypocritical about the way that he analyzes religion. He's always like, I just hate religion. But also Israel has a right to defend itself and also be a religious theocracy. I despise him. I despise him. Everything he represents is just like, I hate. Having said all of this, seems like he also sees the writing on the wall. His humor, he has no fucking humor. What are you talking about? He's the least funny comedian on the planet.
It's run by mean girls. Mean girls in the press and in politics and in life. And when they smell blood in the water, the lust to finish off a vulnerable person will never be denied. Biden is toast. The walls will keep crumbling, and my pick in the office pool for when he gives it up is August 9th, the 50th anniversary of when Nixon did, for, of course, very different reasons. Yes, replacing a president as his party's candidate this late will seem like a big deal for about 3 days. And then we'll all be over it. It'll be like when a coworker gets her tits done.
I mean, that's actually not only a good joke, but also absolutely correct. I hate that. Oh my God, Ben Shapiro's on the panel. Oh my God. This is literally like the Avengers of all the smug elitist pieces of shit. Oh my God, jump scare. What is happening? I hate this. I hate that I agree with him on this, and he's right. And that's not even a bad joke.
Yeah. At first, it's, oh my God, and a week later, they're just her tits. America is going to do this. We're going to get new tits. So let's start handicapping the candidates. I just want to be your guide here and tell you what the choices are. Kamala Harris, vice president, will get all of Biden's campaign money, and on the Democrats' best issue, abortion, she's a walking reminder to women that Republicans are coming for the abortion pill. She won't just protect Plan B. She is Plan B.
Oh my God, nightmare blunt rotation. Oh my God. Oh, he did it. Oh my God. Who's the fourth person? Satan? What's going on? What a roster. Bakari Sellers, very annoying. At least it's not Richie Torres. Like, he could have been worse.
And as a former prosecutor, Kamala was putting criminals in jail back before liberals decided that was a bad thing. And now that CVS is locking the shaving cream behind plexiglass, Democrats are coming around to her again. Harris would be the first woman president, first black woman president, and first Asian president. But I don't vote for who will be the first. I vote for who will win. And for whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no fingers.
It's not even a joke. Like, I think that's a benefit. I'm not even kidding. Like, she is, in so many ways, a generic-ass Democrat. And I think right now, a younger, generic-ass Democrat, what will truly change the outcome of this election? You have the capacity to captivate a shit ton of voting blocks with one quick switch. The people that are Biden dead-enders are going to vote for whoever the fuck is the president, especially if that person is the vice president. right? Establishment versus populist is risky. I don't think so, because I don't think Donald Trump is as populist as you think he is. He was literally the president, and people remember how shitty it was. Americans have amnesia for sure. Donald Trump will remind them very quickly. Donald Trump's populism turned into chaos for a lot of people, for a lot of voters. That's why they voted him out. Now, because we have a lot of amnesia collectively when it comes to, thinking about things that happened 4 years in the past, it matters who the top of the ticket is, because Donald Trump will remind people of the past 4 years, or not the past 4 years, the past 8 years. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is the reason why originally the Democrats made the idiotic choice. The campaign made the idiotic choice that it made, which was to turn around and have Joe Biden present his case in front of entire public that was watching the debate. The goal was Biden is dynamic. He's alive. He can prove that he's alive. And then ultimately, the opposition will look crazy and light their own campaign on fire. Problem is, Biden is not alive, and he couldn't prove it.
In 3 years as vice president, she's been quieter than an electric car. And like an electric car, your MAGA uncle can't explain why she fills him with homicidal rage. She just does. Sometimes life isn't fair. It's not fair that she's not popular. She's intelligent and accomplished, and in fact was put in charge of the border. And look at how... Okay, bad example.
I do hate that. Like, this is another reason why. Like, look, this is why I hate him. Like, he is just such a right-wing shithead, dude. How can you not hate this motherfucker? Oh, man, the border is out of control. Oh, crime is out of control. Border's out of control. Both are just right-wing panics, right-wing hysteria that this dumb fuck is leaning into, not realizing that if he was a real one, if he was genuinely interested in the continuation of the Democratic Party's legacy or the continuation of the Democratic Party's like electoral chances, electoral victory, then he wouldn't be fucking leaning into this right-wing nonsense. But because he's such an old dumbass and a reactionary himself, he cannot comprehend that these are all right-wing panics that have dominated the discourse, and he's leaning into it and making it fucking worse.
Gavin Newsom is the governor of California, home to 12% of all Americans and 50% of all Mexicans. On the upside, Newsom is the only governor, with the possible exception of Kristi Noem, who looks like they could do porn. And at 6'3" and 215 pounds, he's actually the height and weight Trump claims to be. I don't want to say he really wants to be the guy who steps in if the current nominee goes down, but he gets an alert on his phone every time Biden can't think of a word. The downside is that governor of California is kind of like being conservator for Britney Spears.
That's also not true. That's literally the worst part about Gavin Newsom, is that he is just such a diehard neoliberal institutionalist piece of shit. He has the capacity to truly make game-changing policies that the people democratically vote for by wider margins than him. I hate that. He will never, ever allow the democratic wishes of the Californian population, whether it be instituting some kind of socialized medicine, which he has vetoed on multiple occasions, or even tackling the homelessness issue by directly building new housing units and using the massive amounts of budget surplus that we have in the state of California, in some instances specifically accrued to deal with the housing problem, with the housing crisis.
We'll attack him on California's homeless problem, but there's a response to that. The homeless can live anywhere, but they choose California. Yeah. 9 out of 10 machete-wielding meth addicts say they wouldn't be unhoused anywhere else. Of course, the knock on Gavin has always been that he's slick. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. I notice slick is something no one has been accusing Biden of lately. Do you want good at talking or don't you? Newsom is the best communicator in the party with a history of standing up to bullies, and his name lends itself to the best slogan since I Like Ike. I'm having Gavin. Gretchen Whitmer is a very attractive choice. High-profile female governor who owns dogs but doesn't shoot them.
Facts.
Polls show Whitmer would beat Trump in the must-win swing state she governs, Michigan, and she's a pragmatist who told the Detroit Free Press, I want to get shit done, and has, building up a string of victories on increasing wages, universal background checks, expanding health care, legalizing weed.
He's basically describing why I talk about Mama Gretch, Big Gretch, and why she would actually be pretty solid in comparison to all of the other alternatives.
And protecting abortion rights and gay rights. No wonder rednecks.
This is so funny that, like, it is also so funny on that panel that I was on with Piers Morgan, the lady that is supposed to be like, the lady that likes Ron DeSantis was trying to explain how she's actually a communist and bad for this reason. Most people from Michigan do not like her. You are objectively incorrect. What are you talking about? No, she polls very well in Michigan. You're wrong. Her biggest weakness is Medicare, and I suspect it has something to do with her, family. Isn't her daughter like a big pharma executive or something? Or people in Michigan don't like her. I'm from Ohio, by the way. I don't know. From a personal vibe check, it seems no one likes her. Okay, got it. Her dad was the CEO of Blue Cross Blue Shield. Oh, there you go. She'll never she's the daughter of a big pharma executive. Well, not a big pharma executive, but a insurance executive.
Finally, there's this. 37% of our presidents were governors first. The Democratic Party has all these very capable, popular, progressive, but not stupid woke governors. Wes Moore, Andy Beshear, Josh Shapiro, Jared Polis, J.B. Pritzker, Tom Claymore.
Ew. Bro, you can't put fucking J.B. Pritzker with Jared Polis. Jared Polis would literally, oh my God. He is somehow more of an annoying neoliberal than Pete Buttigieg. He is so gross, dude. Like, Andy Beshear is fine. That's okay. But like, Polis himself is straight up. That would be the one election where 3 people vote for the Democratic Party. He is so unimaginably awful. And he plays League. Oh my God, I can't hate him even more than I do already.
Okay, I made up Tom Claymore. But that's because it's important to understand no one knows who these people are, and that's good. We need some new characters on this sitcom we call a country. Yeah. Americans like new. And these guys, all you need to know is they're moderates, they're under 100 years old, and they have a D next to their name. Sure, it would be fun and probably a winner if Michelle Obama ran, but she's off living her best life. We're not going to get a superstar. We're not going to get a superstar in this draft. We're at the airport, and at this point, we just need to be sure we get the last rental car.
Joe Rogan is a dummy and will openly recognize that he's a dummy. He calls himself an ape. Bill is just as stupid as Joe Rogan is, ironically on issues like the vaccine, as a matter of fact. In the exact same way that Joe Rogan is a dumbass, Bill has this entitled attitude that he's like, he has the smarmy liberalism down pat, where he's basically like, I know more than you. You're a dumb Republican. You don't know anything. I'm an intellectual. And it's like, dude, you are just as stupid as all of these people that you shit on. Just as stupid.